In a chaotic world of ever-buzzing social media, it's difficult to figure out how and where you belong. With constant sharing and ever so often viral posts, desirable reference groups and idea diffusion have been at an all-time high. These 5 roommates have all taken this digital world by storm and have carved out identity segments they call their own. Who are these roommates and what does this mean for them? It's time to find out.
Check out my latest post, #OOTH.
Dude, you shared that like 30 minutes ago. I already liked, commented, and shared it with all of Fit Fusion. Fit Fusion is my very dedicated fan base. Every day we get together and we do a quick 10-mile run, and we keep track of who's most dedicated to their workout with badges for every workout streak you complete.
In social psychology, badging can influence how individuals perceive themselves and others, shaping their sense of identity and belonging. Additionally, it plays a role in group dynamics, as badging can reinforce cohesion among group members.
I have the most, of course.
Frankie, you're always so competitive. Hannah, are you really looking at that woodsy retreat again? Can you go like my Instagram post and look at my new outfit of the hour?
Seriously, I couldn't care less about Tessa's outfits. Maybe if she didn't post every 5 seconds. And not to mention the Chanel bag she gets shipped to our front door that I keep tripping over.
I think Hannah gets irritated by my packages, but really I think it's just a reactance to her assert her individuality by doing the total opposite of what I do. I genuinely think she owns like 2 plaid shirts total. So clearly a laggard on the fashion scene. And that's an understatement.
Hannah's not one to follow the crowd, especially when it comes to her roommate's social media craze. She's all about doing her own thing, which lands her squarely in the laggard camp of diffusion theory, traditional and not big on change. But here's the kicker. Despite her best efforts to stand out, she ends up getting caught in the hipster effect, just another person of millions seeking to make the same statement.
Okay, seriously, Tessa, this new OOTH thing is getting out of hand. I know you think it's going to create some sort of envy from your followers, and you always talk about some sort of velvet rope thing, but you gotta cut it.
#OOTH is my famous tagline, outfit of the hour. I've spent months shopping online for outfits to get my followers to aspire to my awesome fashion sense. Gorgeous outfits are my social currency.
Tessa, the reigning queen of fashion on social media, effortlessly embodies downward social comparison, contrasting her impeccable style with those she perceives as inferior. As an early adopter of trends, she's respected and affluent, her influence extending far beyond her vast following. Her curated ensembles not only garner social currency, but also serve as positional goods, elevating her status and cementing her as a trendsetter among peers. In Tessa's world, value stems not just from exclusivity, but from the envy they inspire and the status they afford her.
Yeah, I'd say I self-categorize as a top-tier fashionista. I've always defined myself as a member of the most elite of all fashion icons of the world. What can I say? I have a great sense of style.
Honestly, Rachel's right. That Is the Woods retreat looks really cool and way better than any of your Chanel hats. Over the last year, I've become super passionate about nature and different plants. I always share when I find a new type of plant or flower to my followers. It's like we're a community. They share their friends and I share mine.
In an effort to establish her own social identity, Nancy has assimilated into an exclusive in-group of nature aficionados. In her relevant social media-bound group, she is bound to informational pressures that dictate her actions within the group. Her conformity reflects the profound influence of social psychology, revealing the powerful sway of peer dynamics on individual behavior.
Those in the out group, like my roommates, just don't get it. Having a love for plants and nature just gives a sense of common identity that I can't explain.
Yeah, my roommates are weird. I'm so glad I have my boyfriend to keep me from the chaos, not to mention #relationship goals.
Rachel is all about her relationship lifestyle. This coupled up status allows her to make social comparisons to the rest of her roommates, seeing them as a reference group and ultimately perceiving them as inferior with downward social comparison. Based on the social comparison theory, it's no surprise that she consistently compares her romantic bliss to their single escapades. You'll never fail to see Rachel snap a photo, or 10, of her hashtag relationship goals to her Instagram followers, or fans as she'd say.
Yeah, guys, enough Instagram for today. It's so hard to fit in with all these prestige-seeking people. They all act like they're so unique when in reality, they're all desperate to fit into these dumb groups just because it's socially desirable. I say stop conforming to the masses and go against the grain. Honestly, why do we even care about Instagram so much anyways?
Honestly, Hannah's right. I think we should delete it.
What? What about Fit Fusion?
And OOTH.
Honestly, why do we all care about these mimetic desires? Who are you really when no one's watching?
Okay, guys, we're finally doing it.
To be honest, guys, I always knew you were way more exciting than those stupid little plans.
Finally, in a pact to remove themselves from the cage of social psychology pressures, all of the roommates have decided to unplug from the pressures of social conformity. It's tough to say if anyone can truly escape the reality of social psychology. In breaking free from their self and environmentally imposed identities, the roommates have unintentionally formed their own in-group, a group in which they've always desired to belong and one they feel they are truly a part of. But is that such a bad thing?
There's nothing beyond infinity, but oh babe, my love is eternity. My love is eternity.
When the night has come, and the land is